alongside with me, my co-host.
Black in the house, baby.
And this is the Brother from
Another Mother
podcast. Man, so a lot of craziness going on, man.
Woo, it is lighting up out there.
It is lit, bro. So obviously, last time we did our podcast, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. So, this time we worked out all the kinks. Hopefully this is a better podcast today. What do you think?
You're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, we definitely are going to enjoy it. Have a few new updates with software. So, hopefully we could do a better production this time around. And hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Let me see what we got going on today, man.
One of the topics we try to stay clear of.
Political issues.
Politics.
But it's just way too overwhelming to avoid, so
we can't ignore this one.
We figured we just get this one in, and hopefully we don't have to talk about politics anymore.
Hopefully.
So, yeah.
All right, so let's go into the fact of today. I'm rolling with the fact of today. Let's see. Here we go. And this fact kind of coincides with all the epidemic and everything else. So here we go. During the winter, people spend most of the time indoors. With the windows sealed due to the lack of ventilation, they are more likely to breathe the same air as someone who has the flu, which increases their chances of contracting the virus. Days are also shorter during the winter, and the lack of sunlight reduces vitamin D and melatonin levels in the body, compromising the immune system and reducing the body's ability to fight viruses. So I felt like that kind of coincided with this whole being locked down and stuff. We weren't just locked down during the wintertime, we were also locked down in the summer. So these are just good things to know. So maybe, open up a window, ventilate the house, get outside even if you don't have nothing to do. Maybe just take a walk, take the dog out or something, or walk around the block with the kids. Get that sunlight in so you get your vitamin D. And, keep the air nice and flowing throughout the house so it can accommodate you and keep you from being sick.
Yeah, I know that I actually read an article, and it was talking about how vitamin D is very essential to fighting COVID-19, which was pretty interesting. I was like, that's interesting.
Also, vitamin D is also good for your relationship.
No. So, yeah, I mean, usually during the winter, especially here in New Jersey, a lot of people end up having a vitamin D deficiency. So I know that I've done blood work before and I was vitamin D deficient, and the doctor told me that usually it's because of the winter, and which is true. So now that we're in the winter season, guys, let's stay healthy, and let's get those vitamins going. Drink lots of orange juice.
Water.
I love orange juice.
Water's always a good thing.
Water too, and let's try and stay as healthy as possible.
Yep, with stuff like COVID and the new strain of COVID that may be hitting us, do your best to stay healthy on your part, so it's easier to fight it off.
Supposedly, talking about that, the new strain of the COVID-19, Governor Cuomo had said that in Saratoga, New York, the strand that came from the UK has entered New York. So
that's crazy.
They're saying that this is a little bit more aggressive than the actual original strand of COVID-19. Now, I'm not saying aggressive in like you get sicker.
Life-threatening.
In the form that I'm saying more aggressive is talking about it's more spreadable. It's faster to spread. So that's scary. I mean, we know how fast it kind of spread when it first hit. So imagine how much more faster it will hit or spread with this new strand. And what do you think?
Well, at least now they have some of those vaccines out at the moment. So hopefully, I haven't heard anything, but maybe this vaccine can combat this new strain and we won't have any problems.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, but I'm a little skeptical only because every year they have a new strand of the flu, and every year they have a new updated vaccine for the flu just to kind of combat because what they do with the flu is they take the previous year strand and they make that into the new vaccine and then they implement it. So every year, since there's a new strand of the flu, they kind of update that vaccine. So with this COVID-19, since there's supposedly a new strand, what if it doesn't really combat it? You know what I'm saying?
Then it's back to the lab.
Exactly.
But in the meantime, while they're back to the lab, they're going to have to lock down everything so it won't spread.
And so, believe it or not, I could see another lockdown happening.
I'm kind of 50-50 on the lockdown. I kind of want it to happen work-wise because that's a vacation. And the other way, I don't want it to happen because I don't need everything to be locked down and stay home. And even though I love my home, it's good to be out sometimes, man.
I mean, if it means us being safe, if it means us staying healthy, I'm not against it. But at the same time, it's like, do you really want to stay home all day? You get bored really quick. I know I would.
Because of this COVID, I've contracted something called the Chicho. I didn't have these before the whole being locked down thing. You know what I mean? I used to be on the move, and now, since I've been sitting around a lot, I have contracted some roles.
So yeah, talk about that, man. On a funny note, everybody, you know how usually around this time we start preparing for our summer body.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna start preparing for my COVID body.
You got to do something. You got to stay active, man. So I've been thinking about like watching some types of videos in the house. You know, just putting out a workout. You know.
Yeah.
In between, one idea I had was like while I'm watching a show, and once the commercials come on or ads are coming on, bam, that's your time to do a little quick exercise throughout that whole commercial, and then boom, when the show starts, that's your break, and you just keep doing that throughout the show. I do that with video games.
I don't see that happening only because I Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And
Netflix don't have ads, right?
No ads. It's just
you don't have to create your own ads. And back to this.
So maybe like during your bathroom break, you do like a quick 30-second workout.
Like a little squats all the way to the bathroom.
Yeah, right. Or on the way to the kitchen.
You got to
thirsty.
Find a way to keep active, man. Implement that in your schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not totally opposed to a new shutdown if it does happen. It definitely.
I just don't need people going out there buying all up the toilet paper again.
I mean, what I've been doing is
stay away from toilet paper, guys.
I've been doing Amazon shopping, so I do my groceries through Amazon. I really don't like to go out to the stores much.
Yeah, if he keeps it up, we're gonna have to do a meeting.
Yeah. How about the stimulus checks? Did you get your stimulus check yet?
I have not, but I've known people who got it already.
Yeah.
Earlier than what I expected. I expected it to come out maybe sometime like today. And people started receiving it as early as last week on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I know a few people that have gotten their stimulus, $600, and then I know people who haven't received their stimulus yet.
I am one of those people.
I am one of them too, but I believe they're probably doing it through Social Security. For people who have direct deposit, I think they're doing it like through a Social Security kind of.
I kind of felt like they were doing it for like the older people because my mom, older, she got it. Her older friend got it as well.
There's coworkers of mine who are my age.
Yeah, they got it too.
They got it, but then I have another coworker of mine who he hasn't gotten it, and I asked him today, and he said that he hasn't gotten his yet, and I was like, well, I haven't gotten mine either yet, so.
I think most of that too is for everybody who had like no problems in their taxes and had the direct deposit lined up and was always using that same account. Because my mom, I don't think she ever changed her bank. She's been with the same thing, always got direct deposit, never messed with her taxes. Nothing happening, and she got hers like that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But along with that stimulus, there's been talk about how Joe Biden promises that he's going to pass another stimulus check, another stimulus bill
for
$2,000, which would be great to be in my bank account.
Yeah,
I wanna do a few projects up in
during the summer.
Well, I wanna redo my floor upstairs. I wanna either do restain the floor or do laminate hardwood floors. One of the two.
This guy should have his own home network and stuff, man.
Yeah. So I want to do that. I'm definitely almost done with my kitchen. I just got to do the countertop and a backsplash, which I intend on doing soon.
Mr. Home Improvement.
Yeah, it's pretty. It just keeps me entertained, keep me updating my house and stuff like that. So
the most I do is move my couch back and forth.
So that's definitely
that'll be good.
Updates for the stimulus.
Well, now that we just heard that they voted in 2 Democrats into the Senate floor.
Yeah, now they have total control over the House, over the Senate, and once Biden gets inaugurated, which talking about inauguration, I'll get back to that in a second, but once Biden gets inaugurated, the Democrats will have total control over all 3. So they'll be having complete power, complete control.
Which makes it very easy for them to vote in the $2,000 check. So
exactly.
It's definitely something that should be happening.
I know that maybe I may be a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. I don't know. But yeah. But my belief is because the Democrats, they like stimulus. They love the idea of the unemployment, the $600. And the Republicans were always trying to combat either stimulus. Not the first time around. The first time, the whole country gathered up together. They did their thing. And they made things happen. But the second time around, back in July, when they were trying to implement like another stimulus check, it got dragged all the way up until the very end, the 29th of December, and they only passed $600 as if that was going to really do anything to anybody's pockets.
I bet you most of the people who got that $600 is already gone.
Exactly. I mean, from July all the way to December, that's basically $100 a month. Nobody can live off of $100 a month. So, I mean, but like I said, they dragged their feet. They were fighting back and forth. The Democrats wanted $3.2 trillion at one point to pass for another bill. The Republicans only wanted $1 trillion. And then it was this whole big back and forth thing.
But the whole big back and forth for what? When you read the bill was filled with stuff that was not needed.
Exactly. But like I said, the Democrats, they love the idea of stimulus checks. They love the idea of $600, which in my thought, in my mind, I have it where now that new strand has entered into the United States, supposedly, that's going to be their excuse to shut down the whole country. Not a state-by-state thing, but the whole country. And then pass out those stimulus checks, pass out that unemployment, $600, until...
And that's $600 on top of what they would be getting.
For unemployment, exactly. So
that's going to be looking
on
nice.
On average, people could be possibly getting like $1,000
more than what they would usually do at
$1,000 a week.
Their job.
Exactly. So that's just my opinion. This is what I think may happen once I almost said Obama. Once Biden gets inaugurated, which now going back to that, Joe Biden said that he may cancel the inauguration.
Yep. Which
parade,
I think is a smart
the inauguration
idea.
Parade, which is a good thing. And the reason why I say it's a good thing is because of the recent events that's been going on today. But aside from that, I'll let him carry on with that. But basically, it's good only because a lot of people, which could be a super spreader for COVID.
Super spreader is always
super
funny
spreader.
To me.
So that could be a super spreader for COVID. So in order to not spread it, it'd be smart not to have an inauguration march.
Yeah, because if you look back at all the inaugurations, it is packed, full packed. People's nowhere to walk and everything. That's something we can't be doing right now.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
And then with what's happened today at the U.S. Capitol, if you haven't seen, protesters, because of Trump, took over the U.S. Capitol. A lady was shot.
In the chest.
Yeah, in the chest. Her wounds were being attended to. Doesn't seem like it was fatal. From the last thing that I heard, they broke inside the U.S. Capitol where they had to lock the doors down and actually held the door closed at gunpoint with the Capitol Police in there protecting the people of the Senate in there. They broke windows and it was a mess, and all because Trump wants to hold up the process with this whole inauguration, with counting the votes for Georgia, and it's just a mess. And a lot of people were saying that they want him to be held responsible for what's happening out there. And I don't know. Well, I think something needs to happen.
Some craziness is definitely going to happen.
As it was happening too, then he goes to say that he loves them and appreciates them for being out there. I mean, come on, that's like adding gasoline to the fire right there. You're just making them more hype about what they're doing.
Look, man, I really don't like this subject, like I said.
Yeah, man.
But, and the only reason, I don't know all the facts, but all I know is there's a lot of craziness going on. A lot of stuff is going to continue to go on until either Biden gets into office and stuff like that, and then Trump finally leaves the office, or I don't. To be honest with you, I don't see good things happening in the future for us right now. I don't see.
You don't think Biden's going to hold it down?
I just don't know what's going to happen with all these rioters and stuff like that. They're going to keep fighting and fighting and fighting. Even right now, like with all this stuff. I mean, also the National Guard just came out.
Yep, they initiated the National Guard. They also initiated a 6 p.m. curfew in the district, which means no driving around, no standing around, no hanging. by 6 p.m., if you're in that district, you need to be at home or you'll be facing passable arrest.
Two possible things can actually happen, which is scary, which I was telling you earlier, where Donald Trump could impose martial law and end up holding back Biden from actually getting inaugurated.
But that would be just a serious misuse of power, and I don't think he's that dumb to do something like that.
Or the executive order that was signed back in September 2018 by Obama, where he delays the process of an inauguration. It's just a delay. So one of those two things may happen.
He's petty enough to do that.
One of those two things may happen.
But right now, he doesn't have a lot of Republicans in his corner.
Right now, he doesn't. And I also read where the GOP / the Republicans are mad at him for the result of what happened with the two last seats in Senate with the Democrats, how they ended up taking over. But, you know, they're pointing their fingers at Trump, and in my opinion, I think it's really the Republicans' fault, only because the back and forth with the whole stimulus checks. They could have set something up back in July or set something up in September, and they had their chances to look good.
This was to take little Mitch out the office, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not for nothing. You can't blame it on him. If you were doing good for the people of Georgia and doing what you told the people of Georgia what you were going to do, you wouldn't have a problem. They would vote you in regardless of who was in office. So it's a little bit of both, but it's more on them.
Yeah,
especially with Mitch.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they're pointing their fingers at Trump, but I gotta give it to Trump with him trying to give us the $2,000.
Something
that I gotta give it to him.
Not
where
for
he
nothing,
was trying
that
to give us
like
$2,000.
The only reason he wanted to do it was on the fact that he wanted to be petty and kind of get back at the Republicans. Yeah, I feel like it.
It don't matter.
Yeah, as long as we got that $2,000. Right?
He still tried to give us the $2,000. But, you know, at the end of the day, the Republicans had their chances to make themselves look good to the American people, but instead they did not, and the Republicans took that as an advantage to make themselves look good.
You can't expect people who are suffering, people who are out of jobs, people who had lost their small businesses to feel comfortable with voting you into office, and you're over here stopping them from getting at least $600 or the $2,000 that might help them somewhat, just for your own, own goals.
The only reason why it was passed for the $600, from what I saw, was because Donald Trump knew that if he didn't sign that bill, the renter's insurance, the mortgage payments would have to kick in, and then people would be so behind with their rent or so behind with their mortgage that people would end up being homeless.
Yep.
And stuff like that. And that's the only reason why Donald Trump ended up signing, so that way people wouldn't be left out in the streets. But I believe he had intentions to try and get a $2,000 amended into the bill, and they tried to pass it, but the Republicans went and blocked it.
Yeah, if you remember from what I said last time, we watched the last video, 100 and something.
Yeah.
Republicans voted no. 30 or 20 of them voted not at all. So they had no one to blame but themselves.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, you guys had your shot. You didn't take advantage of it.
And now the Democrats gonna push through and do what they're supposed to do from the beginning, which, even though they're probably gonna end up lining their own pockets or putting it in their own
Yeah,
favors. But as long as they help the people along the way.
Like I said, I don't trust any government at all. But, you know, maybe it may not be that bad. I don't know. I'm just over it. I'm just going to try and live my life.
Yeah, as best as we could with everything that's happening around us.
Everything that's crazy happening, everything that may go on. And, I'm not even going to try and look at the past, 2020. I'm trying to leave that behind me.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's move on.
Well, let's move on. Let's get over all this political mess and let's watch some funny videos. With the whole situation about Trump and politics, I want to make fun of it. So I have like 2 videos that I want to show you guys that you'll see on the corner there. Funny videos. Trump impersonations. So let's watch this first video real quick.
To do everything myself here?
That's not President Trump in a hard hat ranting at a construction site. It's a guy who may just be the world's greatest Trump impersonator.
This guy looks exactly like him too.
He's hilarious.
They're tremendous people, and we love McDonald's. It's great. I mean, I live on McDonald's and Diet Coke. It's a tremendous diet. And look at how trim I look. I'm the handsomest president in the world.
50-year-old Thomas Bundy is an iron worker from Long Island. He happens to bear a striking resemblance to the president, who let loose on the White House
better hair, though.
today with First Lady Melania by his side.
Well, it's covered, so we don't know.
Trying to win 2020. They're not going to win with the people that I see.
Doesn't she always look angry?
Piss me off so much.
Earlier this month, a co-worker posted this video online, and it went viral.
We have to come in and do this job on time and under budget. It was a fit made in heaven. We're both from Long Island. He's from Queens. I'm from Long Beach. And we're having a tremendously huge time together, the president and I.
Naturally, Mundy and his crew are busy building. What else?
Tremendous walls. And it's really a great project.
That wall stuff is a joke.
That was hilarious. Then I got this next video. Let's see this real quick.
Send in videos of their kids doing. As last week, we asked everyone at home to send in videos of their kids doing their best Donald Trump
And
impressions.
these are kids doing
Now,
Donald
we got
Trump
a ton of
impersonations.
submissions. Too many, actually. It was great. So thank you for sending it. They were all fantastic. Now let's take a look at some of our favorites. It's time for Tonight Show Kid Impressions. Here we go.
Let's see this video. You tell me who's your favorite.
God.
We need to build a wall.
We need to build a wall.
Hmm.
I'm talking huge. My ratings are tremendous. Everything I do.
This one right here.
I even have my pets.
He's my
The
favorite.
hair, the suit, everything's on point.
Thank you. Okay, goodbye. I'm just kidding, little rascal.
They never made a phone call to Russia. They never received a phone call. It's all fake news. It's all fake news.
Is it though?
Phone calls to Russia. They never received a phone call.
That hair right there, man.
It's all fake news.
It's like a beehive.
I made a phone call to Russia. You never received the phone call. Fake news. All fake news.
He's cute.
Exactly.
Were you drinking your water like?
Yo, what is he doing drinking his... This guy.
This is little hands. He has little hands.
Oh, God. That's so hilarious.
Love me some
So-
impersonations.
That was pretty hilarious. I had fun watching that.
That was good.
Definitely that kid who brought in the Mike Pence, he was my favorite.
Yeah, that was good. If y'all got your own impersonations y'all want to share with us, you know what to do.
Yeah, and if you want to see the actual video, I'm gonna put a link down below on the description. Obviously, you can follow it on here, but if you want to see it bigger, then I'm gonna put the description down below. You let us know if you have any Trump videos, any funny impersonation videos. Let us know. We would like to see it. And
I'm
stuff
always
like
up
that.
for a good laugh, man.
Or if you have any funny impersonations that you would like to
share with us.
share with us, go ahead. Let's see you guys do your impersonations of Donald Trump. Anyways, on to sports news.
Sports. This season has been spectacular.
So far, it's been pretty good. I'm surprised with the Knicks, to be honest with you.
Are you?
They're doing pretty good.
Man, I've been hearing that.
Yo, the Knicks are what? 6-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean 5-3 or something like that.
Their record is pretty good compared to the other seasons. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean,
they're making some moves.
With Trudeau as their not Trudeau. He's the I forgot his name, man. He used to be the Bulls coach, and then anyway, he's doing his thing, coaching that team. I'm loving it. I'm excited. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm a Knicks fan, but given the fact that I live in New Jersey, yes, I am a Laker fan. But you know, it would be nice to see the Knicks.
A little close to home team, right?
Yeah, it'd be nice to see the Knicks have a little bit of success.
I mean, the Nets ain't doing too bad themselves.
The Nets, but they're struggling right now only because they don't have Spencer Dinwiddie with that big injury that he had. So,
but it's nice to see them kind of both our home teams kind of doing a little bit better than they were.
So it's definitely nice. It's going to be definitely a change in dynamic in the East Coast.
Even though I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast today, right, and they called Damian Lillard. And they asked him about the Knicks, and he said Knicks got like 1 week left. They're not going nowhere. They ain't doing nothing.
I don't know. I think they'll make it to the playoffs.
That's what they were saying. They're hopefully trying to make it at least into the playoffs.
At least make it into the playoffs, you know. So that's as far 8th seed, 7th seed.
Mm-hmm. I can see them if they keep doing what they're doing. At least
the East Coast is still kind of heavy-handed. I mean, they're not the West Coast, obviously, but they still have some competition. Mm-hmm. So, with the dynamic of everything that's been going on with the East Coast, you know, who knows what's gonna happen. But it would be nice to see them.
Yeah, and then he went on to talk about, because the reason why they called him in the first place is to talk about what happened with Steph Curry.
Seth Curry.
I mean, with Curry.
Oh, Steph Curry.
Uh-huh.
Oh, how about that 62-point game?
62 points.
Man, that dude is a beast. I mean, I could see him contending for an MVP spot this year.
I'm starting to feel like maybe it's just like at this point it's just muscle memory to him, man. It's just it's like nothing.
Look at a flick of the wrist.
I gotta kind of like look at the hoop and like judge my distance and everything when I'm shooting it. For him, it's just like it's like throwing a paper into the trash can.
Yo, talking about that 62-point game, I have a highlight here.
Yeah,
we're gonna see this highlight
together.
This dude was dope. It's only 3 minutes, so.
Jones Jr. acquired from Miami as a free agent, hounding Curry on the relocate, and Steph with the deep two. So they get an improved defense to go with this brilliant offense. You're going to make noise in the West. Curry around Covington.
He doesn't have dramatic dribbling, but he makes it work, man.
He got agility. That's what it is.
Look at this. Come on, come here. Look at this.
Dropping in that three. Oh, Curry, a little split. Smart. Step through and Steph with the layup. And so Steph Curry, beautiful beginning. And the turnover, point trip down. They had the technical free throw and the three-point play. Curry right down the lane.
His IQ is just amazing, too.
High pick and roll.
Knowing when to shoot, knowing when to split.
Looking for Steph. Good screen by Bazemore. Three on the way. Perfect. Set the screen, move the ball, and get that kid the ball. Then Steph off a made three, reversing it up and in. Oh, Curry, what a first quarter. sequences of the year. Wiseman saved the turnover. Steph cut back door. Little floater.
Floater. I hate the floater.
Curry's got 23. Teardrop me. Steph. He reloaded, went around McCollum, and made that three. Warriors 9-point lead in the ball. 3.5 remaining in the first half. Curry hiding behind Looney, weaving through traffic, down the lane, lefty, finish.
And the fact he can change his
direction,
left or right.
Draymond three, short. It's a pass.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at this guy being a big man.
He was like, nah, it's not an air ball, it's a pass.
He's only 22% on the year.
Look at this.
Curry for three. Oh, lasers at home. Steph has the new building high.
This guy's sick.
Not played with big leads all year.
Definitely one of my favorite players.
It's always good when you get that little hop. Man, it's like it feels so good.
Seconds game shot clock to wind down this third. Steph, step back three. Yes, sir. 45 for Curry.
Oh my goodness, the dribble combinations. Best way to get a clean look. Double teams having all that stuff. Sometimes it's 35 feet out.
Ricochet to Steph. He just catches and launches a three. Like that.
Disrespectful.
Gary Trent Jr. staying on top of Steph. Working with Wiseman. Little leaner push.
And he went to the line like 10 times, right?
10 times to the line.
Lillard and McCollum went for 54, but Steph went for 56 by himself. Curry from deep.
Look how far he is from the
that little hop step of his is funny.
Steph is running.
This has to be my favorite right here.
Draymond finds him another three.
off balance too.
Off balance.
62. And he actually surpasses his buddy Klay Thompson.
That was nice.
Man, what is that?
That's skill right there.
Oh man,
It has to be muscle memory for you to just shoot off a second, just straight up, man. And that's nice.
Anyways, continue talking about sports. Lakers are still doing their thing.
Yep.
We are 6-2, I believe.
Won last night against the Memphis Grizzlies by 2.
By 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was a tight game. Dylan Brooks, I believe, on the Memphis Grizzlies. Mm-hmm. Man, he almost brought it back. He almost took the game.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of a great shot, almost like Curry.
Yeah, I just hope that I want to see John Morant back.
Yeah, man.
He's gonna be gone for 5 weeks.
If he was in game last night, man, that would have been a different game, man. With the way Dylan was playing,
whole different game.
Mm-hmm.
John Morant is definitely up and coming. He's definitely one player that I'm starting to really enjoy watching play. He is a beast. So,
but the way the Lakers I've been watching, right? It's like almost they're doing this on purpose. Like they're playing calculated. Like they don't mind not winning the first half of the game.
Yeah,
they could be down by 5 or 6 points, and slowly they just keep increasing back their lead and taking back that lead. They were down by 8, down by 10, and all of a sudden, bam, bam, just put the D, and then that's it. They come back, and I've been seeing this happening over and over in games.
Yeah, so hopefully, like I said, I'm hopeful. We won a chip last season.
No, we got the chip.
We're gonna win another chip.
No injuries, we good.
We're gonna win another chip. Let's get that chip.
Because even off our starters,
2P,
our bench is doing great.
4P, 5P.
That'd be nice if we get to see LeBron and Bronny get a chip together, man.
I don't think they'll do that together. Nah.
It would be nice though.
I would like to see them play together, but I don't see.
I think they're gonna play at least a season together.
Let's see.
LeBron does what he wants at this point.
Oh man. So yeah, that's it for sports. I really don't know too much of what boxing's been going on. I know that again.
This is not new kid, but Ryan Garcia.
Oh yeah. Supposedly he's LGBTQ.
I did not know that at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know my facts, so I'm not going to comment on that.
What I do know is that man has some hitting power and he's fast. He's also training under Canelo
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he's under Golden Boy Entertainment. So he has 2 good people in his corner. And after the fight he just won recently, he just said he wants to fight Gervonta Davis, and the fight is actually going through.
Tank?
Tank versus Ryan Garcia, both undefeated still, right? Is Gervonta undefeated still?
Yeah, he's still undefeated.
So that's going to be a battle right there. I am watching that one.
Tank. I think Tank will win.
I think Tank is going to win too, because the last fight when I was watching, he is quick, he has hitting power, but he's kind of wild.
His mentor is Floyd Mayweather.
I'm talking about Ryan Garcia.
No, but I'm talking about Tank.
Yeah, Tank is that hitting power. He's quick, he's fast, and he has that hitting power. Yeah, all it takes is one.
Exactly.
But if you watch Ryan Garcia's fight, he won off of body shot.
Yeah.
I just melted.
Ah, man. So, well, he probably definitely get that from Canelo, because Canelo, he likes to go to the body a lot. So
yeah,
I know that for sure. So
it was nice.
But yeah, other than that, that's the updates we have as far as sports. I know that playoffs are going in with football.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. I'm gonna keep it 100. I have not been keeping up with football this season.
I never keep up. I'm
know,
more of a Super Bowl guy.
I've been upset with what's been going on with my Patriots. I just had to give up. So I mean, I just yeah. I mean, with the COVID going around this year, it kind of like dampened the season for a lot of teams. A lot of players, like a lot of teams ended up losing key players for like 2 weeks because they couldn't play because of COVID and stuff like that.
I think I heard something about the Bills, Buffalo or something.
Buffalo is doing great.
Yeah.
So but I don't see them getting past the Chiefs. So
that's what I've been hearing as well. The Chiefs has been doing very good.
So Pat Mahomes is going to win a second ring. He's going to two-peat. Ain't no stopping him. So
I mean, you never know in football. Remember when the Giants won?
I don't care. Pat Mahomes is a whole different animal. He's a whole different beast.
We'll see. You never know in football, man.
So yeah, that's what's been going on with that. So let me see. You have any recommendations as far as movies?
Recommendations right like now. That? I am watching a show on let's see, Stars, American Gods. I believe I told you about last time. That show is nothing of what I thought. I thought it was going to be about like heroes and superpowers. This show is like, you ever watched the show Lost?
Yeah.
Well, this show equally has me lost. There is so much happening. It is so brutal. It is. If you're into things like that, you might want to watch American Gods. But if you want to watch a family show, something that I'm enjoying, I enjoyed already, Cobra Kai. I finished it.
You got it. You got through it.
Yeah, we sat down. It was so good. Every episode ends with almost like a plot where you have to see what the heck is going to happen next.
You see so many things that if there's another Shutdown, you're not going to have nothing to watch.
I always find something. There's always something to watch. I have so much in my list I haven't even gotten to yet. And then if you're into Sabrina's like the teenage witch with the talking cat. A new season of that has just appeared, and the last few seasons has been great. She's a wonderful actress that they have playing for her, Sabrina. Interesting show. Check that out.
Fun fact about Sabrina, Natalie's name originally was going to be Sabrina.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So,
I don't know if I could picture her being Sabrina.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like a Sabrina.
Yeah, my wife's name was going to be Sabrina, but it got changed. And thankfully, they named my wife Natalie.
Yeah, man.
So that was a little fun fact. As far as any things that things that I like to watch, to be honest with you, I've been watching Friends. I know he hates it, but I love Friends. I mean,
there's so much out there for you to continue to watch something that's so old.
But I love Friends, man. Friends is dope for me. So.
The only thing I love from Friends is Rachel.
So, as far as recommendations that I have, I don't have any.
You haven't been watching anything else?
Friends.
Alrighty then.
George Lopez on Peacock.
George Lopez?
Yeah.
Nah, not gonna. He's funny.
Peacock, if you don't know about Peacock, if you are an Xfinity subscriber, if you have Xfinity or Comcast, if you got Flex, you will have included Peacock as a premium subscription, and there's a whole lot of stuff that you can watch there. Whole lot of old shows, classic shows, and stuff like that.
And if you're able to get Xfinity as a provider, you should, man. Their internet packages are wonderful.
Definitely. I'm only paying like $50 a month for internet, and then I have YouTube TV. So that combined, I'm only paying like about $105 a month.
Which I should get in. Like, if you're paying for cable, you should stop. Yeah. There's so many better ways that you can do.
It's 2021. Cut the cord.
Yeah, cable needs to get out of here, man.
Yeah, so other than that, I have no other recommendations. So, yeah. As far as advice of the day, though, I have a little piece of advice for the day. With everything that's been going on, all this negativity, all this chaos going on, I just want to give you guys a little gem, a little piece of advice, a little quote that goes like this: keep your face always toward the sunshine, and the shadows will fall behind you. In other words, look at the light and forget about everything that's negative and put that stuff
in the back burner.
Exactly. So that's my little piece of advice for the day. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Look us up on B.F.A.M podcast if you're listening to us on SoundCloud. Or if you see us on Facebook, please look us up on YouTube by typing B.F.A.M podcast. We are up there and we are searchable. So make sure you go to our channel, subscribe, and if you like this video, make sure you go ahead and tickle that like button, and make sure you go ahead and ring that bell notification so that way whenever we push out new content, you guys will get notified with our new videos, so that way you can watch at your own convenience.
Everybody who is watching or listening out there, I just want to say that I appreciate y'all out there, man.
Exactly. We appreciate you guys, and show us some love on the comment box.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah.
With that said, get into my final thought. And just a little quote from keeping to the politics side from President Obama. Hope is the stubborn thing inside of us that insists that something better awaits us. So long as we have the courage to keep reaching, to keep working, and to keep fighting. In the words of Nipsey Hussle, the marathon continues.
All right, peace out, guys.
Love.
Make sure you check us out in the next podcast.
Appreciate you.